video, we'll be seeing about bandwidth and throughput and what are the key differences between both. So, bandwidth effectively is the amount of data that can be transferred per unit time. So, it can be thought of as capacity and actually not the actual usage. So, yeah, the main units for measuring the bandwidth are like bits per second, megabytes per second, or gigabytes per second. So now coming to the difference between bandwidth and throughput. So bandwidth is actually the maximum possible data rate, and throughput is the actual data transferred. So this is actual usage. Throughput is actual usage. So bandwidth actually refers to the capacity, and throughput is always less than or equal to the bandwidth that can never exceed the bandwidth. So this there is easy analogy to understand the same. So bandwidth can be thought of as the number of lanes on an highway, and throughput as a cars which actually pass through that highway lanes per hour. And latency can be thought of as the time for one car to travel. So in case there are more lanes, we'll get higher bandwidth. So and traffic jams can be thought of as lower throughput. So although there are theoretically we'll be able to achieve more bandwidth, but usually we always end up with lesser than that due to congestion issues and the data getting stuck somewhere due to back pressure. So let us try to see the bandwidth in AXI or SOC context. Let us say the data width is like 16 bytes and clock is 400 megahertz. So bandwidth is effectively 16 bytes into 400 megahertz, which comes as 6.4 gigabytes per second. So this is like the theoretical maximum, but throughput can be lesser than this or equal to this. So how does AXI actually care about bandwidth? So then the AXI design features that increase the usable bandwidth are like bursts, right? So we have like fewer address phases and pipelining and independent read and write and multiple outstanding transactions. So use as much of available bandwidth as much as possible. So this is how the AXI takes care of the bandwidth and tries to help in providing higher bandwidth. So let us try to see the bandwidth at SOC level. So when we see the CPU to L1 cache, it is very high. To the DDR, it is high, and UART, it is very low. So based on the use case, the bandwidth actually varies. So to conclude, bandwidth is maximum data carrying capacity of a bus or link per unit, while throughput is actual achieved data rate. Common misconception is like bandwidth is speed, so it can be more thought of as a capacity. Thank you.